Aragon, and we do all love Aragon. All of Aragon's love is reserved for Mr. Numbers. By the way, I just decided, fuck it, we'll do it live.
You did the thing that Milk always does. All right.
Hey now.
Oh, hey
now.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Hello and welcome to...
Fuck you.
No, you
welcome
don't
to Seattle's Angels, where we steal every idea from Barcast.
Fuck you. We were there first. You stole from us. Okay?
Welcome to Seattle's Angels, where the bar gets lower each week because you chose us.
Yeah. What the fuck did we do? Oh my god.
I found this barrel, right? And
was it a barrel of ranch dressing?
Scrape the bottom? Did you have to like really dig it in there and scrape to get us?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Scraping the bottom of the ranch dressing barrel. There we go.
Hey Milk, did you post a link to this thing in the announcements?
In a second. I'm doing a lower third, but I'm using the most janky ass.
Are you like
bullshit
actually
way.
writing?
Oh my god!
Creating himself a lower
Are you
third.
writing
I'm proud
it?
of you.
Oh,
Did
wow.
I get it lower? Come on.
The lower third.
Never. This is just our bar. It just gets so
Too low.
I actually love it.
Wow.
This is the best.
Milk, I'm proud of you. I'm proud.
Okay. Welcome.
You saw me looking around for. I was looking for markers and pens. I only had the one.
Let Milk talk. We're
Oh my
destroying his show. Plum talk.
It's fine. It's fine.
Welcome to the stream, fuckers. It's not gonna get better from here, is it? Really? No. All right. Hello, all the people from the Barcast, because Jesus fuck, there's a lot of you in here and a lot of you watching, fucking nerds. Who have we got in here, and who are you fucks? Let's go left to right. Let's start with fucking you, the lady person. Who are you?
Oh, me? First of all, I ain't no lady. Second of all,
Confirmed.
Second of all, hi, I'm an on pencil. I write shitty horse words about vomit.
Okay. Recurring guest of the show, we've got Mr. Arconix, who has fanfics older than you, as his lower third says. It's true. We were in a call the other day with myself, Red, yourself, and Post, and I was the youngest one in there, and everyone was very sad.
Yeah, very sad and very depressed.
Next along, we've got Mr. Flutter Priest. Who the fuck are you, and why do you need to get good?
Yeah.
I guess I'm the 40th most followed writer, and people like me, I guess. But
Almost 39th, by the way. Almost 39.
oh, stop! Don't do that to me.
No, like the follows are nice and shit, but like, anyway, it's not the point.
People are expecting you to do good things.
I stream shit and I write and I try to make people laugh, and it's bad, and I just look up to everyone who's good. So, like, thanks
Alex
for
says they like you.
Aw.
Oh.
Hello,
Stop
Alex.
sucking my dick.
No.
Go to the next person. I'm not worth the time.
We can clearly see who our next guest is. He's brought a brilliant sign for it. What the fuck you do, Milk?
I don't do anything, I guess. I make signs.
You
make
were the
signs.
original creator of the podcast.
This shit. You made this.
He does
It's your
nothing.
fault.
Oh, it's your fault.
That's
Yes.
it. There we go.
I don't know what they said. I guess I did things for the Barcast. It was a thing for GHIE, and then we stole it. So, bam.
Excellent. You did steal that. Welcome one and all in the chat. Before we actually do the fucking podcast, I just want to give a shout out to Alex _ for the fantastic art he did of both the Barcast and the Seattle's Angels. In particular, Archer T's purple beard. I love it. It's great. 10 out of 10. Go check them out in the thread. It's great. Oh, and Red's turned up. Hi, Red.
Hello.
We just started. We introduced everyone, and everyone important was introduced.
Got him.
Oh. Well, that's why you just said my name, isn't it?
It's true. It's true. Hey, and before we go on, we're just going to mention for all the Barcast people, we're not the Barcast. We do things a little bit differently. We'll take some of your questions, but we won't have time to go through it all because honestly, we're probably just going to fucking shitpost verbally for the next 90 minutes. So Yeah. If we don't pick your question, please don't be sad. Being sad's bad, and we're sad enough for a lot of you.
I would like to add, unlike the Barcast, here killing yourself isn't an option. You, in fact, have to live with your mistakes forever.
What? No, that's not fair. I reserve the right to off
If I
myself
have
if you
to,
guys make my
you
life
have
miserable.
to. Okay.
Damn it!
Oh dear. Starting it off
On the
right.
bright side, you live forever.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Do you want to live forever? I don't know. We've got a question on the topic of living forever. We've got the first question from Skirts, which is, "What doth life?" And the obvious answer is about being fleshy blips and some meaningless stew of cosmic oblivion, or vice versa. But we'll move on for now.
Life doth.
What doth ranch?
I mean, what's really what's really interesting about What Doth Life is like you can get really kind of like somewhat existential and nihilistic about it. I really like it when Skirts asks this sort of question, because you can ask like, what is the extent of life? Like, how far can you really appreciate what life has to offer? Do you like look at it at the macro level? Do you look at it at the micro level? Because like you could look at things like, helping others, or you could take it all the way down to the smallest detail, like, putting ranch with dressing. So like, what doth ranch?
What doth ranch? Next question is...
I'm just going to say sex and move on.
Yeah. Next question is, Priest, why do you need to get good?
I'm fucking awful at like, I'm actually awful. Like, on Halloween, I was going to try and do a Dark Souls stream to make Paul mad at me.
I would be very mad.
But, like, I was busy on Halloween, and two, I just realized, oh, God, I don't think I'm ready to, like, cut myself with video games. So...
Dude, Dark Souls is fucking great. We've got Jake in the chat. He'll tell us about.
Yeah, did you not know this? I noticed.
Oh yeah, Jake is telling Priest to shut up. He also asks, who is a bigger dick, me or Pencil?
Oh, me, honey.
Yeah, definitely. Like at this point, you think that's like a wall behind her? No, dude.
That's the dick. I have to like tuck it back, and that's the penis.
That's it.
You guys invited me here. You guys had to know what you were getting yourselves into, okay?
We did meet Pencil in real life. We can verify this, You can't question us. We saw her.
I think I still have a very carefully curated photograph of a drawing she did in the book held by Cotton Gloves. It's all very fancy.
Was this the one of Fluttershy vomiting onto an umbrella and on?
It was kind of a theme at that point, wasn't it? So
yeah, Flutter puke.
For people who are unaware, BronyCon actually had to make rules regarding vomiting ponies after Pencil was there last time.
No.
The thing is, I wasn't even there. No. I wasn't even there the previous year. I did a year of just lots of vomiting ponies, and it was a funny thing, and somebody made it a hashtag, and it was posted on by Horse News. It was weird. And then I took a year off. And I came back, and I drew a vomiting pony, and this guy goes, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that." I went, "What?" And he goes, "No, there was a problem with the last year people drawing vomiting ponies and putting it on things, and so we had to make a rule that no one's allowed to draw vomiting ponies." And I went, "Oh, that's wonderful!" And he went, "What?" And I was like, "I started that. Oh, I'm so complimenting. Thank you." And he's like,
I'm going to do the real ghetto thing here, and I'm going to show you the phone.
Oh boy,
you can't really see
high-tech
it.
Stuff. I see it. I see them vomiting on that umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And there's some really manly chin.
Oh, that's me. That's my chin.
Yeah.
That is your chin.
Oh, God.
This one is yours. And I
have to post that somewhere.
There are people on FinFic like worrying about what sort of impact they're going to have on the fandom. They want to influence things. They want to inspire people. Pencil, you've inspired people. You've inspired people so much they had to ban your inspirations from
And I still went all over BronyCon drawing little Fluttershy heads with arrows coming out of her mouth because that was okay, apparently.
It's true.
Well, that's
arrow puke. Hashtag arrow puke.
Yeah.
So your indelible mark on the fandom is having that indelible mark banned?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Fucking...
I puked all over the fandom, and they can't get the stain out.
5 scores divided by 4. Make that indelible mark. There we go. Oh, my God.
This is great.
Dude.
Oh no, Kate's is dead.
Oh no, rip. Dude,
Well,
not
one of
gonna
them
lie, we fucking missed you guys. You guys are chill. It was super nice to meet you in real life at BronyCon.
Definitely.
It was all good shit, except Milk, who fucking disappeared.
Okay, so Enigmatic Otaku, I misread Milk's sign as MILF.
Of course you did, because he's fucking Enigma.
Yeah.
He can't read. You have to forgive him. He can't read English or write it or speak it very well. Or understand it at all. So
on the bright side, he can't plug his Patreon well.
No comment.
We've got a very insightful question from Jack of a Few Trades.
Oh.
Placeholder.
Good.
Well,
Build a placeholder in. Come on, guys.
I get it.
We don't mind when people do placeholders in our podcast threads because normally they fix them.
No, that was in your thread.
Oh, what the fuck?
That was in your thread. It's right under the disturbing Twilight Sparkle picture. There we go.
Which I love,
we still
and I'm
have those
gonna
there
use.
because we linked them here.
I like that
that
disturbing. I like that picture, but it's not as good as Applebeans. Applebeans has been having a resurgence recently, and it's fucking great. I love that guy. I'm assuming you've all seen the "Oh boy" pictures, yes?
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
Oh yes.
That is Applebeans at his most pure. They're absolutely wonderful drawings, and I highly encourage everyone watching this podcast to go check out Applebeans on Derpaburu.
Yes.
The emoji over on short Short Skirts is server.
Sports.
On Squirts' server.
There were also a bunch of blogs about fucking oh boy memes and yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Got a bunch of questions from Sam the Anti-Ninja. I'm going to choose the fun one first. We might come back to the others. Let's assume that the Seattle's Angels and the entire Barcast were dumped into a winner-takes-all death match, PUBG style. Who brings home that chicken dinner? Are we on teams?
No,
or is it 1v1v1?
Player Unknown's Battlegrounds is basically Hunger Games.
I'm aware, but you can form teams in PUBG.
Well, you can start a game as a team. You can start a game as squads of 4 or teams of 2 or solo the entire thing.
So let's assume everyone is riding solo. I want to get the Barcast answers first before I prove them wrong.
So I feel like my whole goal in life will be to find Pencil and like help protect her and probably give my life to make sure she wins. And Pencil, if it comes down to just me and Pencil, I'll be like, all right, yeah, it's time for me to
Honey,
go.
you won't have to tell me. You won't have to tell me.
She should just shoot you once the third person falls.
She assumes that, yeah.
It's like, oh, is it just you and me? Love you, honey. Would pull you in a hug and just.
I appreciate your support. How's about you, Mike? Who the fuck do you think would win?
Shit, I really don't know because that game is such a random piece of shit sometimes.
Whoever has the best connection and isn't on the Chinese server. Whoever's on the Chinese server.
Oh, that's not me.
Okay, well, now see, that's not fair because me and Priest also play on Chinese servers and we kill a lot of people and we make it like high top 10 in duos. We get really lucky in those games.
It's bad how good we are at beating down Chinese.
Yeah. I mean, they all have adverts as soon as they join the game, so what the fuck are they meant to do? They're just clicking away the adverts and they get shot by Priest. So
pretty much.
Now,
guess.
Yes. There have been a lot of angels over the years. How many angels do you reckon there have been, Arch Red?
Oh.
When
I don't know. I gave up counting.
There's a lot.
It's
One of
about
them,
20.
one still surviving We Hope member is Belligerent Sock. He would wipe the floor with everyone, even as an anthropomorphic sock. I believe he's currently deployed in Germany?
Yeah, that's the last I heard about him.
That's the last we heard of him when he relayed to us the message that he was shitting blood and was still okay.
Oh,
but he's
okay.
What I mean?
Well, I mean, he's shooting blood. That means he has less weight to carry around, and that's no room for weapons.
If he gets shot, he can't bleed out.
Yes.
There you go.
I mean, I've found that quite a handy
bleed.
thing.
You can't bleed if you have no blood.
You can't kill it if it doesn't bleed. I learned that from Predator.
Okay, so I mean, like you've got ladies who bleed for 5 days to 7 days. So I mean, that's a really long bleed out time.
Haven't killed me.
True.
And besides, hold on. If you can only kill it if it bleeds, then how do you explain that I have long since killed priests' hopes and dreams?
I mean,
it's accurate. I'm depressed.
It's well, what are tears really if not the blood of your dreams? You know.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, we're getting really philosophical. Should we go back to the what doth life?
What doth life? What does rank? What does tears? Priest crying, dressing in the corner.
Interesting tears.
Someone just soaking him with a stick and saying, "We need more kegs." Cry.
No. I like the idea of him being like, "I have to eat this salad. Hold on, let me get depressed."
No, like I want to go to a frat party and then sneak in with their kegs of beer, a keg of ranch, and see what happens.
Oh my god!
They just start serving out cups of ranch dressing.
I think they'd notice if it was.
No, you sneak it in towards the end when they're doing that thing where they just try and.
Oh yeah.
Keg stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, keg stand.
It's like.
That being said, in the Midwest they wouldn't care. In the Midwest they would not care.
In the Midwest they'd be like, "Oh, thanks, more. Excellent. We'll put it next to the other kegs."
I don't know anything about the Midwest.
Put it right next to the raisin.
It's full of terrible and corn.
America.
Oh, so it's the Midlands.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, of course.
Shit, I live in the English equivalent of the Midwest.
Man.
So you're kind of like.
I live in fucking Birmingham.
So you're undereducated, only eat corn, and get really fat on greasy food, and no one cares about you?
Hey, you guys have bangers and mash. It all works out.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much this area. Yeah.
He's in that part of the country.
That sounds like my last RimWorld colony.
Yeah. Except there's not as many Yorkshire Terriers in Birmingham.
No.
I do love the fact that you just stumble across a herd of like, what are you even, a pack of 20 Yorkshire Terriers, and they moved in and then they protected you from fucking rabid squirrels and shit.
I ate all the males so that they wouldn't breed us out of house and home, but then somehow the females have started having babies again, so I don't know.
It's Jurassic Park.
That's some Jurassic Park shit, yeah. That was some Jurassic Park shit.
Can you imagine a Yorkshire Terrier the size of a T-Rex?
Yes.
Oh my god, no.
That would be great.
No, well, it wouldn't really, because it'd just keep running into walls.
The size of a T-Rex, the wall would lose for once. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I thought Birmingham was equivalent to Cleveland. What is the stereotype for Cleveland?
Cleveland is just boring and pointless. Birmingham actively despises you and tries to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So Los Angeles.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad
Los Angeles without any of the fame and celebrity.
It's a soulless concrete jungle.
Oh my gosh! It's the baby between frickin' Omaha and Los Angeles.
Yeah,
wow, that's the worst place.
It's the bits of Los Angeles that aren't cool. Yeah. As a city on its own.
Although it's
all of Los
surprisingly
Angeles.
green. So.
Chicago.
So Chicago, yeah.
Chicago has bad traffic.
It's really not my kind of town, though, so, you know.
Thanks,
the Cubs. Yeah.
No.
Relevant references. Yeah.
Sports!
100 years down.
There we go. Oh my god.
So to answer the question anyway, PUBG, can I take my toolbox?
You can find toolboxes, can't you? I think something.
No.
Oh, is that a different game?
Health kits, med kits. Toolboxes would be if you did like
see, if I could take my toolbox into the game world, you'd all be fucking dead.
Shit.
Would you actually use the tools aside, or would you just beat us to death with the box?
I mean, yes. To all of this, really. I'd MacGyver up all sorts of incredible traps. You'd die. You wouldn't even see it coming.
Of course. We just have to.
I just sort of lie back on my.
The last thing you'd see, the last thing you see before you blow up is just a beard sticking out of a bush.
Yeah.
Arconix is just the engineer from TF2.
Pretty much. Yeah, just add more gun.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, dear enough.
Speaking of Cleveland, I was linked a hastily made Cleveland tourism video.
Oh, yes. Oh,
in case anybody hasn't seen that, I'm going to link it right here in the chat.
Oh, excellent.
Neat.
Oh, yes, I think I'm familiar with this one.
Yeah.
Classic.
It really is.
Oh, my God.
We need to memorize this, and this will be our outro. We'll just sing this.
It's true. A cappella, all out of time and out of key. Okay,
would be appropriate.
Cleveland, da 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 da, Cleveland.
Yes, we've got a slightly more serious question from Jake the Army Guy, and it's not the fact that he's shouted Allahu Akbar in the live chat right now.
Good.
Right as I was saying that.
Good.
He's got a fairly a more straight up question to Priest and Pencil specifically. What is the difference when writing Klopp for humor and Klopp for titillation?
Do you want to take this first?
Oh, sure.
Do you
Sure.
want to take this, Pencil?
Honestly, when you're trying to write Klopp for comedy, you have to be very choosy in which details you include. Most of the details are visual ones, or they are really in-depth descriptors that are disgusting or amusing because they're an unexpected descriptor. Like explaining, like as he fingered her, he felt like he was shoving his fist into a warm jar of mayonnaise.
Or
Like that is a horrifying
dressing.
thing.
Anything to do with
Ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Her pussy tastes like ranch dressing. There you go. Something like that.
See a dog, for God's sake.
Oh God! I
But
almost
it's
spat
supposed to be-
scotch everywhere.
It's supposed to be unexpected.
Mhm.
And that's part of the idea, because the humor comes from taking something that sexually is very, very normal. We all know how sex goes. Like, insert tab A into slot B. It's not hard. Well, it actually has to be, but that's a different matter. Anyway, you include these details in a way that is unusual or unexpected or out of the ordinary, and my God, Milk, what the fuck are you doing?
This is what I do in the middle of cast. You guys are talking, I just get this and I sit here and do nothing.
Dude,
Just
it's
ignore me.
Okay, I was
Ignore
just
me.
curious.
ukulele.
Ignore me.
Nice.
Yeah.
When you're writing...
Ukulele.
You're writing
Jake the
Klopp-
Army Guy says, I immediately regret asking this question. Carry on.
You should. When you're writing
I feel like I
Klopp
need
for-
mouthwash.
Mm.
when you're writing Klopp for a sexual reason, and this is what people do sometimes, and they should do more often, you really have to look at it from a more visceral standpoint. You have to look at it in not only the sense of, like, he put his penis in her, because that can be funny if you say it right.
Mhm.
You have to look at physical sensation, sights, sounds, touch. You have to make comparisons that are not only unexpected, but alluring.
Mhm.
So you can say that instead of saying her skin was as white and pale as ranch dressing, you can describe her complexion as marzipan, or you can say that the touch of her inner thigh felt hot and silky. Like, there's a huge difference, because you're evoking calming and nice images in somebody's head. You're not bringing out things like, hey, that's an odd comparison. Ranch dressing. Now I'm thinking about the taste of ranch dressing, and I'm reading about sex. This is weird.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's true. It's also worth noting that it's worth maintaining a balance between, like, visual things, texture things, that sort. Like, don't go all visual, don't go all textures, because it's
Disagree.
easy to overload on one or the other. You know.
Disagree.
Huh?
You go ahead and turn the lights off. You go have it be in the dark.
Yeah.
You go ahead and make it entirely relying on it. If you want something intimate and romantic, if you are entirely focusing on the thoughts in the individual writings about Ted and the way they're responding to the situation and their physical actions, etc., go right ahead. However, if you're just writing about just smells, you have a problem and you need to stop.
Well, what if I was blind?
I couldn't wait to
Wait,
smell
awesome.
that pussy.
The stinky musk of our lovemaking wafted in the air around us.
My dog panted.
This is making me realize that a couple of fics I've been writing do have a rather amazing focus on the smell.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What doth
Good.
it smell?
What doth smell?
What does ranch dressing, obviously.
It was never gonna look at ranch dressing the same way ever again.
Yeah, more scotch, please. Here we go.
No, Priest, what do you got?
If I can add, like, one other little thing, like, the difference that you want to do is, while you're writing and while you're trying to hit your reader, There's a very important distinction between trying to make someone unexpected and chuckle about it, and unexpected and lose like their breath. And the way to do that would be like if I had to equivocate it, it'd be a live stand-up comedy skit where all of a sudden the punchline hits out of nowhere, or it's that slow, like doesn't hit you quite right punchline versus someone coming up and hitting on you and you don't realize it, which I am very experienced with.
Dude.
Yeah, Priest. Yeah, I kissed you on the mouth, motherfucker, and you were like, "Is she interested in me, motherfucker?"
It's accurate, but while you're writing Klopp, you constantly want to take your reader's breath away. You want them to be like, "Oh, that
Please
I
don't
wasn't
do that
expecting
again,
that, but I wanted."
No, please do that again.
Please.
You want me to do it slower?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh
no.
But you want to. The thing is you want to take a look at what you're doing and how you're saying it. Talking about like, oh, I shoved the penis in the vagina doesn't really do anything for people. You want to get down to almost an emotional level. Imagine the way that you're looking at each other. Imagine the way that your lips move, the way that you give a hint of a smile, the way that you feel the heat radiate off each other's bodies. Pencil has a feeling, Pencil has a finger
unless
up.
you're writing about just like stupid kinky fetish things, in which case, if you just want to get somebody off talking about, I don't know, diaper fix, you write you, kid. You write you.
This is all about,
leads to a good segue.
Yeah. Skirts has a question. Ask Professor Plum about the diaper fix submissions. Yeah.
Is this Skirts admitting something?
Hey,
Plum, Skirts.
Have you had any sort of like weird diaper fix that's came into your queue?
I'm afraid I just can't pass them for you, guy. There's just not enough pony in them. Just writing about yourself, like, I don't know, dude.
M1. That's normal.
That is normal, actually. Yeah.
It'd be weird if they didn't.
Yeah, it's true. What was it? And also, I do love the fact that
so much depth to this conversation.
Yeah, I love the fact that we've got this conversation going on while Milk is playing like elevator music in the background.
We can hear it, Milk. We can hear it super well.
It's great.
Yes.
Play louder. It's great.
It's fucking great.
Yeah. Keep it up. Soundtrack of our lives.
I'm just barely tapping the strings as it is. Like you can hear it. That's weird.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Oh, it's probably just like always on, isn't it? The microphone.
How dare you have a good microphone?
Yeah.
I have the same microphone as you.
God damn it! Stop having talent.
I did think it was funny that as Priest is going and talking about the heat radiating off the bodies and their smiles, and Milk's just like playing gently in the background.
Yeah, smooth jazz. Yeah. Here we go. Oh boy.
Serenading us to Priest's descriptions of
Oh
sex.
yeah. I was gonna share this story because I think I'm pretty sure Archer's had this, but I don't think any of you Barcast folks, and I don't think Red has. Priest, you were talking about being hit on and not realizing it. I was hit on very heavily at work and was completely aware of it, and it was incredibly awkward. There was a man, he was in his 30s, black, and he had a fairly average, I'd say Western African accent.
Dick size.
Yeah.
Thank you, I was thinking.
Oh, he wasn't average, believe you me.
You want to go sort of...
That's racist.
Yeah. And this gentleman, because I work in a pharmacy, this gentleman walks up to the pharmacy. He looks at my name badge, starts calling me by my name, starts asking about how I've been, how my family's been, what I've been up to. And I've never met this man before. It's all a bit weird. I'm kind of like, yeah, can I help you? And this dude, after a couple of minutes of just asking me questions, he looks me dead in the eye and goes, Ben, I am looking for a tablet that will bring me sexual stimulation. And
yes. I'm sorry. Is he African Indian?
Yeah, because
whatever the fuck.
India.
And then he picks up this basket, which he's had by his feet, dumps it on the fucking counter, and it's brimming with fucking condoms and lube. And I'm just like, wow, okay, this is uncomfortable. My immediate response is, I'm afraid we don't have anything like that. And then he just he knew I was going to say this because he just goes, I am sure there is something behind the counter which can help me. And I'm like, fuck, I'm out. Pharmacists can deal with this one.
Oh, Lord.
Are you sure he was coming on to you, though? I mean, it's like, he may have just been very, very, very asocial.
Yeah, with his basket full of condom and lubes that he was showing off to people.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like he was trying to either get his pants or rob you.
Basically.
Just in case his flirtation strategy works, he's always prepared, you know?
It's like the naked It's like the naked man strategy. 1 out of every 5 times it works.
He needs all those condoms.
You have
for all
data
the
to
times
back
that it
this
works
up
on
as well.
people.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my god. Oh yeah, just kind of a reminder to everyone currently sat in the chat, feel free to ask us questions. We are watching the chat. We're reading you. We're judging you very heavily.
Especially
you, Jake. Damn it. I was hoping you'd go for Jake, but you know.
I mean, it goes without saying, so,
yeah. Jake is predetermined.
Yeah.
I'm not judging anyone. I made my decisions about you all a long time ago.
Oh, good. Just a day in the life of an attention whore.
Is that what we're going with, Priest?
That's what everyone calls me, so I must be one.
Chat.
No, why would you screen share the chat?
Because it's hilarious.
I mean, you could. Why would you? Okay.
The chat is a person now. Welcome to the Chatcast.
Chat has been a person for about 3 years, 4 years. She left a while ago, didn't she?
There are 22 people watching?
Yeah.
I know, it's like our second highest viewership ever.
Hey,
what?
Barcast,
Big time.
Yeah.
We bring him in.
How do I stop the screen sharing? Oh, there we go.
You better work.
Dear, we got a question a little bit up in the chat. Which crossovers would any of you like to see more often for Fix? I don't really care. I don't read most crossovers. I just read the good ones. I want more good crossovers. Those are the crossovers I want. Less fucking Massachusetts.
And yet you read mine. And yet you read mine.
Less Doctor Who, please.
Less what?
No Doctor Who, please, if possible.
That's true.
It's an overblown meme.
It is.
It really is.
With Derpy and...
fuck that. You belong to Twilight. I'll fight you.
Yeah.
I'll fight all of you.
We need to see a Darkest Dungeons crossover where the ponies are just so happy and giddy they're just completely immune to all the horrors of witness.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, yeah.
There's nothing bad goes on in Ponyland.
Or Dark Souls crossover.
I'd like to see The Last Unicorn crossover because Peter S. Beagle made a really cool book that became a really cool movie, and I don't see many of them.
There is an adaptation of that called The Last Human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know, but I want to see something with the actual unicorn.
I actually had the thought of writing that like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but
I've wanted to write it. That's so much.
Gosh darn love The Last Unicorn.
Yeah.
But I need to tell you. So actually, I've had a long conversation with Peter S. Beagle.
Wow.
He's a really nice man, and I went up to him and I tried to tell him that I was a huge fan of his book and that I really liked it. And instead, I started to sob uncontrollably and said, "Thank you for everything." And so he sat me down and talked with me about writing.
Amazing.
So basically, what you did is you ran up to him and started yelling, "Where were you?
Where have you been? Why do you now? How dare you come to me now when I am this?
How could you?
No, he's a sweet, sweet man.
I'm here now.
He was really helpful and he was really nice, and I have a picture with him, and I don't totally still have like tears running down my face in the picture. It's fine.
Ranch dressing down me.
In the moment.
That just made it weird.
If he ever does a signing in your area, go. He will take the time to talk to you.
Here's the thing. Like, I think all of us have experienced this. Turns out, 9 times out of 10, when you meet a person in real life, they're actually pretty cool. Like, even people you don't really care about that much, like 9 times out of 10, they're pretty chill.
I really
disagree
with the whole "don't meet your heroes" type thing, because I feel like that's generally a minority. Like, okay, so full disclosure, I have a few friends who actually are bronies, and some like they more or less kind of either know or don't really know about the whole fan fiction thing, and like one of them worships skirts.
Yeah.
Like worship skirts.
No, like heart.
And so I talked to him. I'm like, hey, we're gonna have skirts on the podcast. You should really like maybe ask a question. And he just goes, I can't bring myself to listen to it. Like I don't want to ruin this image in my mind of who Skirts is. I go
Herculean goddess Skirts.
He's a
typing on 3 typewriters at once. Churning out perfection.
I thought I was getting weird about Cold and Gardez, but
dude, Cold is super cool in real life.
Yes.
He's a really nice person. You do get this feeling like the entire time he could snap your neck before you even realize.
Which is really cool person. He's thin as a rake.
It's true.
He is. He's very thin.
He's
I don't know,
very
he must
thin.
be wiry or something. It's just this irradiates this. I won't call it confidence because I'm not sure that's really the best way to describe it, but sort of determination, perhaps.
He's very sure.
If he's put his mind to a thing, like pulling your head onto your body, he would just do that eventually, and sooner or later, be like, you'd figure out a way, and then your head's gone.
No, absolutely. If he focused hard enough, it becomes so.
Anyway, about crossovers.
Yeah, crossovers. Sorry.
I feel like there's an untapped potential within a sort of metafic about children's programming, and having the ponies go into modern children's programming, say Sesame Street or Dora the Explorer, that is so condescending and just has no faith in the audience to like know or learn anything itself. And so the ponies are just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
So you mean pull a Wreck-It Ralph, you mean?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Please do that.
That'd be interesting to see.
I would love to see Twilight call the shit out of Big Bird. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's totally illogical. You really need to take care of your people better.
You've got them going up to going up to fucking count the count and be like, dude, why the fuck are you bragging about counting to 10? What the fuck? You're a vampire. You can do more than that, surely.
Fluttershy would be so happy on Sesame Street. Like,
Snuffleupagus.
Animals that I've never seen before. Just like running around like Snuffleupagus.
But just like yelling at Dora the Explorer, like, the map is right there. It's on the table.
It's right fucking there. No, like Applejack is just not having it. Like, just punch the fox.
Yeah. Varmint. It's some kind of critter. You've tied them up. Just fucking throw them in the lake. There you go.
Fluttershy traumatizes Swiper with her stare.
Excellent. There we go.
Like
Oh boy. I had a meta idea about dealing with TVG constraints in Pony Universe, Super Grimdark, rated M. Thanks, Skirts. You do that.
Yes.
Do it, please.
Yes,
do it, please. Please. Do this.
I'll make a blog about it.
I have a mighty need.
You do it.
I want a biological vampire. Now, it's a funny thing about vampire myths. They actually do have this whole thing about having an obsessive need to count things that are in front of them.
It's true.
So the counting things does make sense because he is basically just autistic.
Basically.
I wasn't ready for that.
We have directed at Seattle's Angels.
Marble attack. Go, count them. Oh shit.
So the best way to escape from a vampire is to just throw rice on the floor, or maybe spaghetti or something like that. I mean, spaghetti might be better because then he'd have to straighten them all out before he could count them.
I mean, let's face it, we're bronies. We all have spaghetti we're willing to drop at any moment,
Yes.
It just falls out your fanny pack, of course.
There was an episode of Supernatural where they defeated like a leprechaun.
I know, but they're American. They're not. They're gonna giggle at bum bag, but apparently fanny pack is fine. It's fucking dumb.
Well, because we don't use the word fanny in the United States the same way you guys did.
Yeah, I know. I remember hearing that. I was like, okay, whatever.
I know someone whose name is Fanny who lives here.
Like, yes. Fanny is a name. Yeah. It's just Fanny is also
Fanny Mae.
Lady.
It's something you'd use in a comedy club story. There we go. Oh my god.
Fanny doesn't want to do anal, the story.
Well, I mean, it's kind of physically impossible for anal and Fanny to be in the same place.
Don't know. If you had a cloaca,
unless you're American, apparently.
If you had a cloaca, then
yeah, then it's the same thing.
God, now we're getting into the weird shit, aren't we?
Dude, let's get into the biology shit. I'll talk about the fucking sea slugs that shit out their lungs at people, or the fish that lives inside a sea slug's butt.
Man, see, I just want to read a story about like Alien, like the monster from Alien, giving head using its little tiny mouth.
Oh, man. I want to hear what Red had to say. Come on, Red.
I was gonna say, man, reproductive systems are just a series of tubes anyway. So
the internet is
like the internet.
I'm so glad I asked that.
Keeping the classics live.
It's true.
Yes,
it's true.
Yes,
Enigma.
Or the fish that will swim up your urethra.
Yes.
Also, there's a question apparently directed at Seattle's Angels.
Do it. Was this a mistake?
Without spoiling anything, what did you think about the movie?
Red didn't like it. Arch liked it. I haven't seen it. Bam, we're done.
Actually, I've not seen it yet. I've seen all this.
I've seen it.
Yeah. I want to plug my blog review. Go to it's the latest two blogs. I wrote way more than I should have about the movie.
Yeah, go read Red's blogs. I disagree with them on a fundamental level, but they are very interesting and worth reading.
That's the thing with Red.
I disagree with your beard on a fundamental
Wow.
How would you? Have you seen the man's beard?
Wow.
You come into our house.
Exhibit B is long.
You invited here on the day of my daughter's wedding. I don't have a daughter. Yes, wrong movie.
Let's face it, the unbearded are in the minority here.
It's true. It's true.
And I'm kind of
one of us is a bearded lady.
Well, I mean, I got kind of a peach nose going on, so I don't know.
You got a 14-year-old beard. Come on, dude. You look like you haven't bought a razor in your life.
That's true.
Hashtag Dollar Shave Club.
Sponsoring this stream,
This stream is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Be sure to sign up.
Shit, that thing, yeah. I will say this: I have tried straight edge razors a few times in my life. They are really, really, really good.
They are really sharp. They're fucking scary.
They're just a fucking faff, so I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, it's true.
Sharpen them.
They're a nice experience. But
yes, they are.
If I just want to fucking go to work, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Enigma's asking the real questions here. How do ponies shave? Because we've seen ponies with beards. How the fuck do they shave?
They shave with magic. Fuck you.
Real horses do actually grow beards. Real horses can actually grow beards.
And mustaches.
Do you have like special clippers in order to not shave the nose, or what?
Actually, no. Horse razors are very similar to beard razors in the sense that there is a distance and you can just run it over.
I think that's really fair because, like, ponies in real life have an actual fur. Like, they have an actual fur. So, like, they could get it to a particular length so they have different, sizes.
But horses' coats also depend on the seasons. They do get shaggier coats during winter and shorter coats during the spring and summer.
And it also varies in intensity.
Let's see if this
when
works.
horses shed, it is a nightmare. You can actually just grab onto the side of their shoulder and just yank, and this big handful of hair will just come out, and then they'll sigh like, "Oh, thank God, I can breathe."
Then how do you explain Flufflepuff?
So basically,
Flufflepuff is an anomaly that has no actual matter in the center of her form. Let's be clear.
She's
a
there
used to be a
Where the hell do I link this? Oh, I know. I'm just going to randomly link this.
It's like, have you seen that? You've seen that picture of a husky, and next to the husky is a pile of shed husky hair in the shape of a husky. Flufflepuff is that pile.
Yeah. Oh, whose pile is she? Is she Pinkie Pie's pile?
I thought that she was just like Lion from Steven Universe.
That would make
So if you go into her, that goes to like another plane of dimension. If you like enter her fur,
Yes.
and you keep T-shirts and like a chest in there and shit.
I just want to see
obviously it would contain 60 pictures of Chrysalis.
Of course.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
Probably Buttons' mom.
Yeah.
I just want to see the My Little Pony Christmas special where it's like a completely normal episode. It's just that all the ponies are extra shaggy, and then nobody remarks on it at all.
Everyone's got unshorn fetlocks. And
everyone has unshorn fetlocks, got little mustaches. But otherwise, it's completely normal. Nobody even talks about it.
Twilight grows a better mustache than Spike.
Yes.
There we go. Your next hit there, Priest. Come on.
All right. No, I actually can't. I'm writing Office Love. I'm doing it. No.
You have to write Office Love, sweetie.
I miss fucking Alex Straza when he'd be on these streams and we'd fucking throw out stupid ideas like Celestia fucking choke slams a train and he'd fucking churn them out in 2 hours and have them on the fucking feature box at the same time.
He was very good at that.
He was very good at that.
They're wonderful, aren't they? Isn't that wonderful?
That's kind of scary. It's like those Cthulhu beards. It's like those Cthulhu knitted beard things you can have, you know?
Yeah.
Not all horses do that well, though. Not all horses. Most of the time, they just get fuzzy. That's it.
Hashtag not all horses.
Uh-huh. Is that the case, Priest?
Yes,
is
always.
that the hashtag?
I'm wearing a slash MLP like scarf, of course.
You are. Oh yeah.
They won today. They won today. They won today.
They win. Who they play?
They won today. They eliminated. They eliminated. What was it hentai? I think it's hentai. They eliminated.
Nice.
Screw hentai.
Yeah.
Literally.
What was the point spread?
That's the idea, Priest. Yeah. I want to see that match because the fucking 4cc is a fantastic source of hilarity.
Yeah.
Finals are on. Finals are on
Does
tomorrow.
anybody remember when we won 2 years in a row?
Dude.
Well, we might win this year for Babby, so tune in tomorrow.
We're currently doing well in the Babbies, and if we win the Babbies, we can get into the proper Big Boys Cup. So.
No, we're already confirmed for Big Boys Club. We've already been confirmed out of Babbies.
Nice.
Yeah, we've already confirmed the leads now.
Does someone want to explain the 4chan Cup to whoever doesn't know what that is?
Okay.
Okay, so we magically summon actual horses to play football against Nazis and win.
Yeah, it's true.
There we go.
There is a potential. There is a potential.
I wish side was Ariane on, you know? It's like...
Are we going to force Paul into wooden spoon again?
That's my
No, they're doing well.
No. I hate them. They don't need to do
You hate who, sorry?
I swear.
You hate who, what?
They are doing well.
I hate
And
the poll whatever group or whatever.
Poll, yeah.
Poll, Emma Poll, just in general, they need to do terrible. Poll.
I hate Poll. ML Poll was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty funny.
Okay,
it was hilarious. Yeah, it was like the best week.
But in all honesty, like they added all these admins to it. They made a legitimate site. It became actual cancer.
Yeah.
They had power struggles. They're terrible now.
Yeah.
Basically,
current poll is cancer. It's true.
Milk Poll was eliminated, but they actually did make it past the qualifiers, so they're doing okay.
I wonder who's getting wooden spoon this year then.
Oh God, I don't even know. I haven't paid attention to that shit.
I want to see who gets wooden spooned this year.
Make My Little Poll great again.
No.
Let's next question. We need to not talk about this anymore.
Oh boy, here we go. 90 minutes plus implying rape. Yeah, that's the classic memes for that.
Yeah.
I'll take Tracy. I'll take Tracy any day for obvious reasons.
I'll take Hyanon.
I'm really liking the performance of Faggot Deer. Faggot Deer is doing
He almost lost us every game for us.
Which one did he lose? I'm a couple games behind. So
the qualifier. He almost lost us the qualifiers.
Really?
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were ahead.
Which game was that?
Was it GD?
The last game before.
The last game. Okay, I've not caught it. Okay then. On new information, fuck Faggot Deer.
Hashtag sack Faggot Deer was on Twitter for a while.
To be fair, the same things happened to Hyanon. So like,
yeah, true. Hyanon has.
That's why I'm keeping Tracy.
Hyanon did. Best Pony's been doing pretty okay, and so has Punished Twilight. Punished Twilight was fucking stomping in the first couple games. So,
she's looked good. Rapist looked good. That's pretty much.
That said, I'm gonna have to
match.
because safest hooves.
No. This last game, the reason we advanced was safest hooves. I'll say that. She was amazing. She made, I think, what was it, like 5 saves? It was
true. Safest
while I love the skin of the burdened, and I find the burdened hilarious in all. Burpee is the best goalkeeper. She's fucking great.
Safest hooves. Anyway, we could talk about this forever. We should move on from this, otherwise we'll talk about the 4chan Cup for an hour.
I mean,
please.
this is basically like me listening.
This cast is basically entirely faffing about. It's fucking
every cast is faffing about.
It's true.
Welcome to Faffers Angels.
It's true. We faff about constantly.
Staffing gets lower every week.
Yeah. Well, no, the faff levels get higher every week. You can't handle
that's it. Our bar gets lower, your faff gets higher.
It's true.
Is that directly proportional?
Yes.
I mean, they meet somewhere in the middle, I'm sure.
It's true. It's true. God, Jesus Christ, we've almost got 2,000 people in there. Okay, wow.
What?
Yeah.
2,000?
Yeah, nearly 2,000 in the Seattle Angels. Shit.
The group. I thought you meant watching.
Oh, the group. I thought you were saying watching.
No.
The Russians are back.
No,
they're gone.
We got it. What was that one thing where someone fucking found us posted on a fucking Korean view botting site, and we had like 1,400 views. I was like, oh, okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, I'll take it. You know,
yeah, go for it.
I'm sure they learned something about horses.
Thank you, dear leader.
We can fucking influence the American elections. Let's go.
Should I actually bother looking at Enigma's questions, or should I just ignore him entirely?
Take a look. It's more insulting if you look and then say no.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, fair.
I like when
Enigmatic Otaku, we recognize your question and we move on.
No. That was very funny, but no. Okay.
Is that the case, Arch?
Yes, that is the case.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you doing your impression of your fucking... What was it? Where was he from, this friend of yours, where he speaks in a complete monotone voice?
Which friend? Which friend is that?
The one you were talking about in Mex the other day, you shit.
Oh, God, no, it's not a friend. That's some guy.
Oh, it's not a friend. Okay. There we go. Let's call it.
It's a fella who is like a manager, a client that we're working for at work, and he's Italian. And so he starts every sentence with... And then he ends every sentence with...
I suppose that's how he is in bed, too.
Bringing it back to the clockwork.
I mean, it's Italian, so I'm not sure I want to go there.
Is that in the comedy or titillation category?
Oh, it's like...
You can do both.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
think of Italians as being these incredibly viable, sort of excitable people.
Do you have any experience with Italian penises, though?
No.
Italian people or penises?
I said penises.
Yeah, okay. No. I don't have any experience with Italian penises in particular.
Then you wouldn't
know. I do have experience with Italians in general, and they do tend to be quite excitable and loud and sort of all over the place. Racing. And then there's this guy who he's like, we could do the thing and do that.
He's the relief. Like, you've got all this pent-up energy. He's the one guy who's just out of it for the entire race.
And he's probably fucking listening to this stream. I'm going to get into work on Monday, and he'd be like, you're fired.
I can't believe
you insulted our very important client live on the internet, so you're fired.
No, what he's going to do is he's going to look you dead in the eye, and he's going to go, yeah, that is how I am in bed. And just go back to what he's doing.
That'd be quite impressive, because he's all the way down in London.
That would be one hell of an eyeball. It's true. Yeah.
It's fucking through the window at me. Oh, this gets real.
Yeah. Right. Fucking next question. RB-47, we love you, dude. He wants to know what your favorite fix are, you shits. Let's start with the Barcast people. Not you, Arch. Rude. No. Let me finish speaking, you fuck. Let our guests talk.
Screw those guys.
Do this. Left to right. Let's start with Pencil.
Aside from Priest's Fix, which you should definitely read, especially the weird one called Parents' Night Out.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, my favorite story on the site is probably Moony Shorts, written by Eighth Sin, because it's adorable and it's about Philly Nightmare Moon, and it's really sweet, and you should read them. You should read every last one, and then you should follow him and tell him how great he is. Okay?
Is Eighth watching?
Yes, he is.
Okay, the cover art is adorable.
It is. Everything he writes is adorable. He is a master of adorable. He loves cute things, and he loves hugs.
There we go. What an
If
endorsement.
I ever meet him, I'll give him a hug.
He will hate you for that, so go ahead.
Everyone. Give people hugs at conventions. It's cool.
Hey, I hugged you guys. Come on.
Dude, we did hug. You were dressed as the Smooze at the time.
I was. That was my. That's just my Smooze
I
costume.
was impressed with that costume. It was great.
Good shit. And you were. Who was it? You were the next day? Tracy next day, weren't you?
I was in an order. I was Smooze, Tracy, and then I was Nurse Redheart.
That's the third one. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, Priest. What the fuck is your favorite fic?
People will seriously just say that I'm circle jerking pencil by saying When the Bow Breaks is my favorite story on FemFiction.
Oh man, okay.
Pencil disagrees.
No.
Honestly,
that's my best story. So go ahead.
I will be dead honest and say that there are some spelling issues here and there, but at the end of the day, the story that it creates and the way that it's written is so cutting. I've never read a story in such a way where it feels like I was walking on broken glass and I just needed to get some closure. So I kept going. It's really a wonderfully written story. But it's not comedy. It's not silly. It's a serious story. But if someone wants me to just not circle jerk pencil for a second, because that's what I always do, Why She Looks So Good by Aragon is fucking flawless.
Aragon does write some pretty spectacular stuff.
And if someone wants to ask me why I think Anon and Equestria has a future and why it's a genre that should be taken seriously on FemFiction, you should look at Exchange by Get Me Out of Here.
Gmo.
Cool. Milk, fucking open your mouth instead of just feeling at the back strumming on your ukulele.
I really like this story named Town Bike by Priest. You should all go watch it.
Oh, God.
God, I don't even know. I've just read so many stories in the last 2.5, 3 years that they just all become one thing. If I really
3 years, fucking pleb.
I've been around for about 4 years in the fandom, but the first year was me watching everything and then secretly hiding it on my computer and not doing anything else.
6 years here. Red was 7.
Shit.
Yeah, I've been here since 2010.
Yeah.
God, that's
early 2011.
I feel you.
Yeah.
If I really had to be pressed for a story that was my absolute favorite, it would probably be A Taste of the Good Life by Eakin. That was a really good Scootaloo fiction that I liked.
He loves
Oh,
Scootaloo.
yeah, you remember that one.
Mm-hmm. It was a really good one. I was kind of hoping for a sequel, but at the same time, it ended in a way that I was happy enough that if it didn't, I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much my top one. And Town Bike, obviously Town Bike.
Okay. Of course. Right, Angel Time. Arch, what's your fucking favorite thing?
Right, okay. This is going to be a tough one because I actually have two.
The first Go for it.
The first one
Priest in 3, so fuck it.
Yeah, that's true. So actually, this is easier. The first one is, unsurprisingly, it's going to be called Ngardez. And it's Salvation, which I'm sure everyone leaps to when they think of calling Ngardez. But it's just, I don't know, it's just the opening line of it. The opening few lines of it just caught me. I won't repeat them because it's basically porn.
It is.
Is there
But it's a really fucking good thing. It's
what
a
are you
really.
ashamed of?
I'm not. That's
Sam.
not shame. It's
Sam.
just
Damn.
no. All right, fine. All right, okay.
He's afraid he won't do them
I'm
justice.
going to read the opening line of Salvation. The opening lines. Let's see. No. Actually, no. It wasn't the opening lines. Where is it?
The story's so good. Just give it 5 chapters.
Oh no. Dude,
Don't worry, they're only 80,000 words each.
Come on, it's like the second chapter of it.
Oh really?
Damn.
Good job.
It's rewritten or something.
He must
Anyway,
be.
Salvation's great.
Okay.
And the other one Let me see. It's called Order Up by some writer called Sparkler who was online last Thursday. Apparently still around. And it's about a pony whose special talent is cooking burgers.
Okay.
Very American.
This pony ends up making a restaurant chain that's basically Five Guys.
Nice. Jesus, this is a
But it's just this whole thing like she gets lost in the Everfree Forest. She meets a griffin. She ends up cooking a burger with him, and it's like the griffin's all, "You sure you want to eat that?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then she spends the rest of the fic basically trying to recreate the taste of meat using nothing but vegetables. And it's actually really fun.
It's a very old story from 2012. I can't help but notice a comment from a certain Arconix from 2013. So
let me just have a quick look at this comment. I don't remember anything from. This was fun. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's about right.
Yeah.
I think I left. No, I didn't. How does this not have more comments? How does this not have more views?
It's a very old story.
I'm so angry.
It's got 2K views. That's pretty okay.
All right, folks, go upvote it right now.
All right, okay. Right. So that's me.
Yeah.
There's probably another one, but I can't remember.
Red, what's your fucking favorite shit?
I can't really name a favorite, but one of the stories that most influenced me was Somewhere Only We Know by Patchwork Poltergeist.
Very good choice.
Patches is great.
Yeah.
It was one of the fics that early on showed me like, wow, I can write like serious stuff and not just incest green text for 4chan about ponies.
That's fine too. But that's fine too.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you do you.
That's all I
Maybe
did.
not literally, but, you know, if you really want to, I don't know.
I mean, I have hands.
Time travel or something.
Anything by The Descendant also. Very influential on my writing.
Lovely man. I wish he was more active, but he's got real life stuff going on. Dude, if you see The Descendant, hug him in real life, and he will hug you back, and they're the best hugs. He is the best hugger. He's a fucking 6'5" bear of a man with a massive beard, and you know when I met him, he wore a suit, and it looked like someone had taken a fucking 6-foot teddy bear and stuffed it in a suit, and he's the most lovely man I've ever had the pleasure to meet.
I never had the chance to meet him.
Do you know, he's fucking amazing. And I remember because I met him at BronyCon, and he's this lovely. He's a pious Christian, and he does all that. He goes to church. I remember him trying to arrange a meetup at a certain kind of church for a certain branch of Christianity, which he subscribes to, and he was the only one who showed up. And I basically almost cried when I heard that because he's just such a lovely person. And just, no, but no, The Descendant's great. He's a great author too.
Although if I have to pick like a favorite one, it would probably be Best Night Ever.
Oh yeah,
that's solid. Yeah, that's pretty.
That's
solid.
A great fic.
Fucking what's it updated? This Platinum Crown updated last week.
Yeah.
What fucking year is this? It's been 2 years.
This is the weirdest year.
This is the strangest timeline.
Yeah. Oh, I might finish with Fate this year. You never know.
You never know.
Rocket's will be done this year, won't it, Freeze?
No, of course it won't. I need like 60,000 words to finish that story. Okay, so this story started 4 years ago. In the year of our Lord 2013, I started it, and it's 60,000 words, and now I'm writing it, I guess, for dog bills.
That's true. Support.
Oh yeah, go donate to Priest's dog. They're fucking cute.
Oh.
They're fucking
cute.
Don't
feel bad.
Anyway,
dude,
you were saying something, Red.
They're a great dog. Great dog.
I was?
You were?
Was he?
What were we talking about? I already forgot.
Favorite fix. You just said the best night ever. I think that was the last thing you said.
The best night ever, yeah.
Yeah, but you were gonna say something else, but you know, whatever.
What did we talk about immediately after that?
Priest's dog, who's absolutely lovely, and you should help.
No, the fact that this Platinum Crown had updated.
Oh yeah. I read the update to that story, and given how far it updated the story, as far as like moved along the plot, it's good. We got a long way to go before the story is actually over.
Apparently he's determined to get it finished now. Like he's get him back in the saddle, that sort of thing. Oh dear.
We will see. I mean,
I hope so. It's fucking good.
Abyssal Forge still has Rarity of Blue Blood trapped in a burning building. So.
Oh god. The Age of Wings and Steel was so good. I want them to finish the sequel. Like I was tempted to I suppose it's my turn to name a favorite fic, and I was tempted to say the fucking Age of Wings and Steel was a fucking fantastic story. But there's a couple of them like that. Like that and It Takes a Village are two stories where I'm like,
that's a good one.
These are really solid stories that have good morals, good characterization, good story, well written. I struggle to come up with any real criticism of these stories. Like, The Age of, is it Wings and Steel or Feathers and Steel or something like that?
Wings and Steel, yeah.
Wings and Steel. If you haven't read it and you like epic stories, like adventure stories, like Lord of the Rings, anything like that, go read that shit. Do yourself a favor. It's fucking top stuff.
And then there's It's a Dangerous Business.
It's a dangerous business. I can criticize. I do have criticisms for. I love it still, but I do have criticisms for it. Like the plot's a bit contrived, and there are some moments where I'm like, is that really what's okay? Fair, okay, right?
Yeah, that one has sort of the basically because it came so early in the fandom, it has a kind of inertia to it. Everyone holds it up as a thing that holds it up to a higher standard than it really can live up to.
Yeah, like it's not a perfect story, but I still enjoy it a lot.
Yeah,
I've just forgotten the name of the Spike story, and I mentioned it like 30 seconds ago.
It Takes a Village.
It Takes a Village, yeah. It Takes a Village is basically the quintessential coming of age story for Spike. If you haven't read it, what the fuck? It's amazing.
I'm trying to remember if I have read that.
I believe you have because you've talked to me about it before. I think, but it's.
You probably.
I read it.
It's just I had a lot to drink, so I don't remember much.
Fair.
Will it make me want to tear out my eyes with spoons because it's about Spike?
It doesn't. It is the single good Spike story, and I am including all these episodes in the show.
Because I hate him so much. I hate him more than I hate anything else. I hate him.
Is it like fire on the sides of your face?
Yeah.
You knew what I was referencing with my tone. I love you. Good job. Like flames along the sides of my face. Thank you. Sorry.
Breath. Heaving. Curry just ignores her and keeps talking.
I like the potential of Spike, but I will admit that in basically everything he is misused to the point where he's actually kind of infuriating and actively a detriment.
Yeah, well, any episode that has a major focus on him is basically garbage.
Basically.
If he's just in the episode and being an assistant and being snarky,
if he's in the background, they can focus on the like sarcastic little brother side of his personality, which is fucking 10 out of 10.
That's his
role. I love it.
Can you? He just like side eyes you and sarcastically like, "Oh yeah, I'll just go along with this because I'm just here to drive now."
You know?
No, I actually looked away when he was in like the Equestria Games or whatever, and he had to sing the Cloudsville National Anthem. I actually looked away. I was like, I can't do this. This is so bad.
I turned off the episode. I couldn't.
Thank you.
I can't deal with cringe stuff like that.
No, cringe is terrible.
So cringe.
It's great when it's John Cleese. Anything else, no.
Yes, when it's intentional.
Don't mention the war.
Then I.
Can you like actively make a character likable by only highlighting flaws and not anything that's good about them?
I mean, if there was guy.
Some people like Shinji Ikari, so there you go.
God damn it, Arch.
Shinji Ikari is fucking awful.
I think I just destroyed half our viewership there.
But no, like, a character has to have some redeeming qualities, I'm sure. Like, I can't think of any character that doesn't have at least a little bit. Like, there are asshole characters who I like, but they have some redeeming qualities.
I mean, do we mean likable as in like they're a likable person, or people just like them as a character?
People like them while they have no real redeeming qualities, sort of thing. I don't know.
Lilar.
Like even with
I love Lilar, and she's awful in every way.
Like even
she's no redeeming qualities.
there is the ironic liking sort of thing where like you can like it's basically a shitpost as a character.
Cheese from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Cheese from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Cheese.
The character I always think of is London Larry in Babylon 5, who is an arrogant, loud, corrupt, venal asshole who just has people assassinated on a whim, but everyone fucking loves him. He's just this amazing, bombastic character. He's got so much depth and vibrance to him. You love the guy.
Well, that's the thing. This character's got. You said this character's got a. He's got a presence. He's got depth.
Exactly. It's like. I mean, it's not about he's got flaws and all this kind of stuff. I mean, the guy is nothing but flaws, but he's alive. He's real. He's whole. He's
vibrant.
Yes, vibrant. He dresses really nice too.
Like you're giving people reasons to like him. Like it's the same thing as Breaking Bad. Like there are reasons to like the main character. I feel like in MLP they don't give that to Spike. There is no reason to like Spike.
There's plenty of reasons to like Spike when he's not the main character in the episode. He's just a side character.
That's the thing. Spike as a character, when you're focusing on Spike,
he's a support character.
He's not good when he's on his own because they can't come up with anything for him. They have him forget his characteristics, and then he just fucking bumbles around for.
I mean, it's like what do the kids say these days? I mean, that would be like Spike being the main character in an episode is like meaning Mercy.
Dancer would have a word with you. Dancer, the Mercy main, would have a word with you. Do you want to get in a fight with Midnight Dancer, Arch?
It'd be entertaining.
I'll be sure to bring a camera and film you in chaos.
Dancer is a very nice lady. Pencil and I have been on a panel with her.
Dancer is incredible.
I hit on her aggressively during the panel, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, that's amazing. Dancer is great, but she will also fucking murder you.
That's why I like her.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe someone's like that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Powerful women, all that sort of thing.
I'm paying Roadhog if we're talking about that now.
I play the game. I have no idea what's going on. Children.
I wish Roadhog was better. I loved original Roadhog, and now he's just kind of
Well, he's Australian. What do you expect?
At least Anna's fun. Yeah.
Yes.
I was answering. So, those two would probably be my favorites. As for ones which have had the most impact on me, I'd probably say Archer's to be a mule. Which is fucking fantastic. Yeah. We can do the circle jerk thing too. That's not a Barcast thing, okay?
I mean, I would return the favor, Plum, but you haven't published your multi-million word epic yet, so I have to wait.
It's not a fucking. You guys should, if you haven't, you should read To Be a Mule. Just because it's all about classism. Like America has a racism problem.
Oh God.
Britain and other countries.
No.
Yeah. We have what?
America has a racism problem, and other countries, they don't have racism in the same way. They have classism.
Yeah.
Like,
it gets really complex and stupid, really.
We got plenty of that, kiddo. Trust me.
What it's down to is
you guys do not have classism on the same level that other countries do.
Maybe not the same level, but like America.
It's getting there. It's getting.
Oh God! Like
you're trying. Bless your cotton socks. You're trying to have classism.
I mean, they're really working on it. It's actually getting to the point where they could actually be this country again. It's like, well, welcome you back into the fold.
Certain cities have it. Certain cities have it really bad.
America will try to find ways to put you down if it makes them feel better.
Yeah.
It's all about making yourself feel good and fuck everyone else.
That's the thing with true classism. They don't put you down. You put you down because you know where you belong.
Yeah.
You know your place.
Oh, fuck me. I'm going to find this sketch. And I'm going to link it to you.
You know your place. Yeah, it's fucking great. Or I know my place or whatever it is. Who was it who did that?
That was John Cleese, and it was Ronnie Corbett and Ronnie what's-his-face.
Oh, it was the two Ronnies, was it?
The two Ronnies. Before they were the two Ronnies. I'm trying to find the full-length version of it. Here we go. I think I found it.
Do you think classist or racist would main Mercy?
Yes.
But about ponies.
Overwatch crossover when? Oh, God.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It's already
Has
happened.
more of
It's
that.
absolutely already happened. I can assure
There
you.
you go. Linking it in the thingy chat.
The thingy chat. Where
Thingy
you?
chat. What the fuck is that?
Where you link? Oh,
The group chat.
oh, the good.
I'm sorry,
I can't
I
link
sent
it
a
in
dick
the
pic.
YouTube chat because it won't let me link links.
Why won't it let you link links in the YouTube chat?
Because it's got a URL in it. It's like, fuck you.
Let
You're
me
not
see if
allowed
I
to
can
spam
link
this
it.
shit.
I'm Seattle's Angel and you're not.
Yeah, that could be
What's
it.
going on?
There we go. What? I was linking a thing. There we go. I blinked a
How
thing.
dare you?
This is basically British society in a nutshell with John
Basically.
Cleese and
With
two
John
Rannies.
I
How
John
dare
Cleese
you?
is
You know my mother was a
my
link.
place. That's me. That's me. That fella on the right there with the hat and the stupid coat. That's me.
I was the guy in the middle, then I turned into the guy on the right.
No, Plum, you're the guy on the left.
I'm not, though.
Just because of your voice.
I'm probably the youngest.
Are you saying you're the guy on the left, but you dress like the guy on the right?
I'm the guy on the
dresses
right.
like the guy
You
on
gotta
the left.
remember the difference between stage right and actual right.
I'm talking about actual right, not stage right. Jesus Christ. Arch is stage
like
right.
What?
Arch, you're not stage right.
I'm not.
Not in that situation.
Well, I know I'm not right in general, but
No. No.
But who's on first?
Ponies. So ponies.
Yeah.
no, that's who the pronoun.
The
not
ponies know their place.
person.
The ponies know their place in Arch's story.
They
You're
do,
playing your part.
Oh,
and
dear.
their place is above the donkeys.
It's true. It's really sad, but it's true.
Hey, priest,
Ow.
15 patrons. Do it, faggot.
What? No!
Yeah.
Dude, people like dogs.
Woof.
Woof.
I don't feel like I deserve this money.
I think
It's not for you, it's
No,
for
no,
the
it's
dog.
not for you. It's your dog. Your dog
know,
deserves it.
I know,
Shut the
I
fuck
know.
up if you say otherwise. Doggos always deserve the money.
It's true.
This is
Doggos, we don't deserve doggos. We don't deserve
I
doggos.
should have disguised my cat as a dog. I would have got.
Yes. Arch had medical bills for his pet the other time. Was it last year? How long ago?
It's like nearly 2 years ago now.
Nearly 2 years ago at this point, where his fucking cat jumped out the window.
Wow! Wow!
Jumped out the window and shattered her back leg, and it had to be taken off.
Yeah,
Don't
that cat that you were all talking about how cute it was, it's a pogo cat. It's missing a leg.
Yeah,
I know
straight-legged.
It just decided
It's
to
funny
jump
though.
out
You
the
see it
window.
running through the garden, you wouldn't notice. You can actually run faster now because there's less friction.
less,
That's amazing.
less air resistance. Oh my god. Oh my
She's
god.
cute. She's the best.
Yes, doggos and puppas are great.
What now? What we do?
Fuck it. Nobody's asking questions, and we've gone through basically all
Nope,
of the
we've
ones
got a
that
question.
are decent. We got one.
Fuck it. No, it's from Enigma. Never mind.
10 out of 10. Here
Well,
we
there's
go.
questions in the thread, and I know there are questions in our thread because people didn't understand when we said go ask them in that thread. They were like, "Yeah,
Yes,
this
they
part."
did. Okay, fuck it. We'll go through them slowly but surely. People,
we're
what's
doing
your
it live,
favorite
so-
video games?
Silent Hill 2.
Solid choice. I can respect that. Arch,
Favorite video game?
Elite Dangerous. I know
Good
it sounds
choice.
weird, but fuck that.
good choice. Great
Yeah.
way to blow off time.
Yes.
Priest, favorite
Lots of
game.
time.
Layers of Fear.
Okay, fair enough. Did you get good in Layers of Fear eventually?
Well, it's a
No.
walking simulator, so I couldn't fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, you say that, but you fucking fucked up whatever it was outside.
He still managed the neutral ending on his first playthrough.
What's
Shut up.
the name of that fucking cyberpunk game that you played the other?
Observer.
Observer, not Outsider. That's the one. That's a walking simulator. You fucked that one up.
I fucked that one up royally, but I
You
played it
did.
with pencils, so that's all that matters to me.
You did. You listened to the disembodied voice of your son. You shouldn't have. All right. Bill, favorite game? Fucking go.
Shit, probably PUBG, just because that's the one I play the most. So,
Fair. Red.
I have several answers.
Uh-huh.
All of the Homeworld games.
Yes.
If you haven't played them, then I'm sorry, but you're just a pleb, and that's all there is to it. And First Age of Empires and Medieval Total War.
Solid choices.
Good choices.
In terms of the best memories for me, I'd say either Halo 3 or Chrome Hounds, because I fucking grew up on those games and they were super fun. Dude, fucking Chrome Hounds was the best.
You grew up on Halo 3.
I grew up on Halo. Well, I didn't grow up on Halo 3. I grew up on Halo and spent most of my teenage years playing Halo 3.
You grew up on Halo.
I played it as a teenager. Fuck you. Currently, I'm super enjoying Hollow Knight. That game's fucking fantastic, dude. It's the Dark Souls of 2D platformers. It's
Can we not go there?
Dude, let's go there.
That is the Dark Souls of questions, okay? What game is like Dark Souls?
All games are like Dark Souls. They're the Dark Souls of their own.
Yes, and he's got to give you the Dark Souls.
What was that, Priest? I didn't hear.
Why do you like games that make you hurt yourself?
Because I'm an incredibly depressed person who is dying literally and figuratively.
No, he doesn't like games that make him hurt himself. He likes games that hurt him.
Hashtag me_IRL.
Hashtag to me IRL for me IRL.
For me IRL, yeah. Oh dear. What are people's favorite non-mulp franchises? Left to right, fucking pencil. Let's go.
Wait.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Solid.
Oh, yeah.
Which Star Trek?
Next Gen, because Patrick Stewart is best captain.
Solid choice.
Come at me, bro.
Arch.
Oh, Stargate.
Stargate.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that.
SG-1.
I wasn't expecting
the best series.
I've heard all of your stories about fan fiction for Simpsons, Futurama, all this other stuff. I wasn't expecting Stargate.
Well, I can't write fan fiction for Stargate because it's too good. I could write fan fiction for The Simpsons because it's silly, and I can write fan fiction for Futurama because it presents an idea of the future that I can grab hold of and expand. But Stargate is just, I cannot capture the genius that is Colonel O'Neill. He's just this idiot who is actually really intelligent but still acts like an idiot. And he reminds me of me, except I'm not that smart. And the whole thing is just fun. It's
true.
Fun and it's silly and it's exciting and it's adventurous and it explores the universe through a big round thing that spins.
Mm-hmm.
The big toilet.
It's true. Manaphy chimes in that Night in the Woods would probably be their favorite game in that genre. Night in the Woods is really good, especially the soundtrack. 10
I still need to play that.
Dude, it's fucking... Play that shit on stream, and we will watch you break down and cry.
Yeah, that's good. Go watch Red play.
Buy it now to get the update for free this December.
Excellent. Yeah. Priest, what was the question again? Oh, yeah, favorite non-MLP franchise?
I don't know, man. Like... Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, predictable. Fucking okay.
I like Game of Thrones. Like, okay. I don't feel like I have to think while I do it. Like, I don't know.
True.
I feel like there's
definitely true. You don't have to think while watching Game of Thrones.
There's a certain benefit in being able to know that when you sit down and you enjoy something, it's gonna make you feel smart while not actually doing anything impressive. And I think doing that requires some sense of skill.
I can grant you that one.
yeah, I'll give you that.
And Game of Thrones, it does have its redeeming qualities.
Like, look at 90% of Christopher Nolan films. They try to make people feel smart, but they don't do anything actually impressive.
And then they just play foghorn noises over it, and then you're like, ooh. I couldn't tell which one of you was louder during that, and I love it. Milk, fucking favorite non-mulp, go.
Man, I don't fucking know. Whatever's not MLP is, I guess, the favorite because I don't watch anything that isn't MLP. I don't know. Yeah. I either do this or games or sleep. So,
well, it could be a games franchise. You never know.
Bracelets are your favorite franchise.
I do like bracelets, as you can see. I'm actually missing one of them because that one got snagged on a thing of glass at work. So I'm missing the shining bracelet on the side there. So,
rest in peace, shining bracelet. We hardly knew you.
Except for my room, I just need to get it on it. So,
Red, favorite non-mulp. Let's go.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
I thought you were gonna go Samurai Jack. I was so sure of it.
I was sitting here for the last 10 minutes, like I should say that. I should say Samurai really slowly, and then I think I'm going to Samurai Jack.
I was like Samurai Champloo. What is he going with here? And instead,
Samurai. Oh my god!
Yes.
I want to watch.
It's actually a really meta show. It's funny.
It really is. Oh,
they just whoever did the dubbing, they just did not give a shit at all.
You remember that one where they were trying to do something with some satellite and it just. Oh shit! I can't remember anything about it now. I just remember this one scene from the end of it where they had the satellite pointing down at the guys who were trying to hold a big dish up to try and catch the signals from it, and all it did was show a picture of them, and that was the plan failing. It was just.
Okay.
Not to interject, but Pencil, what was that show that we watched where the dubbers just did not care?
Ghost Stories. It's called Ghost Stories,
as soon as you said the dubbers don't care, I was like, Ghost Story. He's talking about
Ghost Stories, right?
It was wonderful.
So good.
Yeah,
what was the line where they were talking about that guy's butt?
Jesus, get me behind me! No, my favorite has got to be still like, oh my god, that guy is a great ass. The Lord saith that thee shall. My God, you're right. And later on, she's like, Satan, get thee behind me. Behind. It's wonderful.
My
it's
favorite.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, but good.
Dude, Petrichor is finally getting into Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's fucking
good series for a while.
It's fucking well. No, that's the thing. DBZA, it's actually gone up in quality as it's gone along. It started out okay and then it got better. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged started out good and then went.
So my thing with Dragon Ball Z Abridged is that I feel like the schedule got so inconsistent that I just kind of like stopped caring.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like that's less a problem about the content.
4-star was bad. It just dropped off for me.
Yeah, no worries. My favorite non-mulp thing is going to be Avatar: The Last Airbender because I'm an unoriginal shit.
Yes,
I'm an unoriginal shit, but it's fucking great. I
love it. No, that's great.
No. What do you think of Katara? Korra.
I've heard very good things about the later seasons, but I just struggle to get through the slice of life nonsense in the first season. Like I had the same. I will admit I had the same problem with Avatar: The Last Airbender, where the first couple of episodes were horribly cringe-inducing to me. Where it actually took me about 6 months to get through those first 2 episodes. But after that, I fucking flew through the season in like 2 weeks. But I just. Every time I start up a Legend of Korra episode, it's got nonsense about her being attracted to a boy or some comedy misunderstanding where some boy looks like she's flirting with them. And it's like, I want fucking Avatar.
Yeah,
it does hit a point where they actually call that out and they're like, this is not important right now. We have other things to do. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah. I've heard very good things about the later seasons, and I do want to get around to
Korra is that the first season was basically written essentially assuming that they didn't have any other seasons because that was all they were budgeted for, and so they squeezed 3 seasons of plot into one, and it suffered massively for it.
Yeah, I
thought it was a great series, but it had a lot of potential, but it's just it was rushed and it was squashed. And
let me ask you this then, like as someone who watched 1 season of Legend of Korra, literally season 1. Like 3 years ago and stopped because it wasn't interesting. Should I get back into it?
I don't know. I've not gotten past season 1.
How much do you like lesbians?
I'm in lesbians with you.
Yes. Oh my god, I said lesbians.
Yeah.
I loved that moment so much.
But yes.
But about ponies.
So still ponies. I mean, wait, no.
Yes, no, it's true.
Let me just find my green mask.
Oh no. Here we go. Fucking Priest is going to break out his Anon cosplay again. Here we are.
I can't.
This is when the cast goes downhill.
No, don't.
Do.
Okay.
I had enough to drink.
But yes, no. Avatar: The Last Airbender is fucking.
Ponies would bang.
Yes, ponies would bang. They would bang, and I guess. No, Avatar: The Last Airbender is fucking top stuff. Fantastic character development over time. Fantastic world building. Fucking every single episode that I can think of is both a good self-contained episode and contributes to the larger overarching story. There's no fucking actual filler. Everything pushes the story forward.
I mean, they had one episode that you would have thought might be filler. That's the episode with the play.
Yes, that is the one.
And it's like, well, actually, no, that advances the plot too.
Yeah. With Katara and Aang too. Yeah, huge way.
Terrifying.
You think there's filler, but no, actually, it was fucking plot the whole time. Ha ha! You
thought it was filler, but it was me.
Dio.
It establishes the stakes. That episode is amazing because it lets you just relax for a little bit and enjoy this whole thing, and then you get to the end of it, it's like, you know what? Fuck you. This is exactly what's going to happen. You're all gonna fucking die if you get this wrong.
Yeah. Did you say you need to watch JoJo, Priest?
Yes, I do.
You do.
I would say the first 2 seasons, good shit. Good shit. The third season. The third season is the most popular, but personally, it killed JoJo for me. I like the stance and shit, but yeah, the baby shit and the fucking statutory rape shit. And
wait, what?
Yeah,
the baby, the gorilla, the
gorilla. I was gorilla raping a baby.
The gorilla was weird. The gorilla tries to rape an underage girl.
This feels like a Mad Lib, but it's not. That's disturbing.
No, but JoJo is just a Mad Lib that a 5-year-old got a hold of and thought it'd be really cool for superpowers to be involved. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Like the first 2 seasons of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where it's Victorian JoJo and then it's fucking 1930s, 1940s JoJo. Those are stupid and great, and I love them. The third one has really cool stuff in it, but it's got some really creepy stuff. One of the characters turns people, both physically and mentally, into children and then tries to murder them. A child manages to escape and then spends the entire episode having naked shower scenes with a hot woman.
Sounds great.
Weird.
I'm sold.
There's another bit where they fucking beat an evil baby, and yes, he is actually evil, so you know. And then one of the characters fucking takes a turd from the baby, cuts it up with the baby spoon, sticks it in the baby's porridge, and then watches as someone else feeds the baby its own shit. It's
why would I?
Weird.
Do you like?
It put me off. I was like, not for me.
Like with anime, for me, like I have 2 directions. I have Dokuro-chan, which is so extreme and so ridiculous that you can't help but laugh, and then the other side, which is like the Utena fucking Evangelion side, that like you just watch it and you feel bad, and I love that. I love feeling bad.
Taking that out of context, I love feeling bad.
That's why he dates me.
That was the joke I was gonna go for. God damn it.
It's true though.
I love an anime that you have to take a step back at and look at it like, is this an art form? Is this something you have to take a step back and really wonder? Is this making me feel bad for the point of like making me feel bad?
Arch, that's not nice.
I love it when it's so not serious that that it's ridiculous. Like for instance, like there's parts of High School of the Dead that are fucking amazing.
It's terrible.
I've heard nothing but good things about that series.
It is awful. It is terrible. It is horrible. It is gratuitous. I love it so much.
There's parts of Haruhi Suzumiya that are fucking great.
I watched.
There are parts of Elfenlied that are fucking great.
You were about to say Evangelion just then, weren't you?
No, like everything about Evangelion.
Nothing about Evangelion is great. The whole thing.
What? No. Everything about ponies.
Gigantic exercise in destroying everything that you might believe in as good and wholesome and true. The whole thing is designed to make you give up any possible hope you have for the future.
Yeah.
And submerge it in orange goop.
Yeah, no,
like
Evangelion was a mistake.
No, that's
like what? Honestly, like what is the point of hope?
Get in the fucking robot, Shinji.
I have yelled that at people when they're not writing things well and I'm editing for them. And they're taking too long to get to the point. And I've just written in the margins, like in all caps, get in the fucking robot, Shinji.
Yeah, but I've ranted about this in the FAFCord, but like there are animes that I really honestly love. Like One Punch Man is fucking amazing.
Yes, it knows what it's doing.
It knows what it's doing, and it does it well, and it doesn't pretend to be more than it is, but it also explores this shit about fucking feeling a lack of satisfaction in your life and all that. It's great. Fucking love it. And there are other... Yo.
I have a question then.
Uh-huh.
What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure?
What is your guilty pleasure anime? What is your guilty pleasure
God.
anime? That you are ashamed to admit you love. That is.
I don't have one. I've only ever liked like 2 animes.
Oh, well then it's just that you're in culture. Got it.
I don't.
No, here's the thing.
Nadesco.
Probably the closest thing to a guilty pleasure is that I have seen some scenes from that fucking cooking anime, whatever it is. That looks pretty fucking funny at times. The one where they cook food so good and they have such over-the-top reactions that clothes fly off and all that sort of thing. That's pretty funny. But like overall, I just dislike the anime industry to such a point where it fucking gets in the way of me actually enjoying anime.
It was a mistake, wasn't it, Plum?
Anime, like I know that's a fucking misquote, but the actual quote that it's from isn't much better. Where he's like fucking railing against anime fans and talking about how the industry is horribly
How they don't know how to draw real
people.
people and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. How anime is drawn by people who hate people, you know, and all that sort of thing.
Now I like anime more.
Like it's really interesting because like going to an anime convention, you're going to see people that are just fucking crazy about Naruto and Sword Art Online, which I don't understand why they like an anime that's only 1 season long. Thanks, short skirts.
Yeah.
It has no sequels, but it's really weird because there's some series that just seem to go on forever, One Piece, that just don't need to. And it comes down to an element of storyline where you have to know when to begin and end your storylines at a certain point. You have to know when you don't need to build up your character anymore. You don't need to insert 1 million characters into your story.
That's the result.
Content.net.
That's the result of the anime industry, is the thing, like the manga industry. So, you know, here's the thing. No, but like the way they drive their deadlines and force their employees to, you know, pump out a fucking manga a week or whatever it is.
Restrict the paper budget.
Restrict the paper budget. You have to do this
because traditionally Japan doesn't have paper because they have no trees.
And you've got to try and get in this top 3 shonens or whatever it is, and this, that, and the other, where it restricts things to the point where it's fucking becomes unoriginal garbage that just repeats the same shit all over and over again. Like I remember seeing something about Bleach. I never particularly cared for Bleach, but from what I've heard, the first season was pretty good, and then they just fucking recycled it again and again and again until people fucking gave up. And it's because the dude who wrote it was like, these conditions are ridiculous. I have 3 hours of free time a month. This isn't real. I'll just fucking recycle this shit. So, I don't know.
Well, I used to really like One Piece, and then it shit on itself. Just like kind of like with Death Note, where it was really good until it shit itself.
Let's not talk about Death Note, otherwise I'll get angry again. You don't want me to do that today.
Yeah. The good thing that Death Note has no movies.
Skirts you should definitely let
Red. Image. You guys should let Red speak, just so you guys know. But also, it's an amazing image.
Yeah, Skirts has sent me this image where the background of Milk's thing is about to shoot a laser, apparently. Shoot the woo.
My guitar case over on the side here.
Now let Red speak, or I'll fight all of you. Red,
on, Red,
say words.
I was going to say, my guilty pleasure anime for the longest time was Robotech. Until...
Robotech.
Wow.
Good choice, man.
Then I
fucking Japanese mech warrior. Yes.
I mean, it's not like...
Fuck Harmony Gold.
Apart from the fact that they fucking win the war by like singing at the aliens, and then
fuck Harmony Gold though. Fuck Harmony Gold. Jesus Christ. You cannot fuck them enough.
My guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure anime.
What's
or an Academy Host Club. So there you go.
I don't even know what that is.
My guilty pleasure anime
Oran
is
Host
the
Club?
90s.
What was yours, Chris?
I have a friend who really likes Oran Host.
Oh yeah. That's the correct answer. My favorite anime is SpongeBob. There we go.
Fuck.
Corey in the House. What the fuck?
Corey in the House is the best anime ever.
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Corey in the House doesn't exist in this country, so I've got to settle for things like SpongeBob. There we go.
It's this crusty crab.
This is poetry.
How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
Is that your American accent? Because that was amazing.
Oh no. That's a fucking fish. What the fuck?
It's an American fish. Come on.
Fish accent.
Is it, yeah, okay.
I can't do
Oi,
it.
mate!
I realized that a long time ago. I've tried many times. The closest that I can get is to Damaton.
No. Arch, stop there.
Okay. Yeah, just no more offensive from there on.
No more accents. We've had enough of those in Red's videos.
I barely did any. I was only South African for a minute.
Only for a minute.
And it was embarrassing. You should be very ashamed.
I know. Shame is for lesser beasts.
It's true. Also, Priest, you are still muted, by the way. I did actually mute you.
Oh.
I have this power. You know?
It's so sad.
There was a little indicator that came up on the screen that said, "You are muted," and I go, "But I didn't press any buttons."
Welcome to the stream, Priest.
A lonely tear creases down Priest's face.
Have any of you guys watched
his fucking salad and he's just dressing it a little bit? Yeah.
Dressing my salad.
Yeah.
No.
What about ponies?
What? Fuck that.
What about laser face guitar?
Who gives a shit about ponies anymore?
Dude, ponies are old news. It's all about the fucking Boruto memes.
It's all about the Equestria Girls YouTube series coming to you.
No!
Green, run.
Okay.
That's how you know a show is doing well, when they put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is that so, Mr. YouTuber?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. This shades me.
By the way, while we're on the subject of my YouTube
Let's
channel,
plug Red's YouTube channel, Jason.
While we're talking about Patreons, you should subscribe to Enigmatic Otaku.
You should subscribe to Priest's Dog.
Absolutely not.
Priest's Dog's fucking Patreon.
Everybody should go and watch Jason Navarro playing games. I may be in them occasionally, yelling, laughing, crying.
Watch I Know My Place. Everyone should go send money to help Priest's Dog because it's a lovely doggo.
Yes. Everyone should watch I Know My Place.
Yes, that's true. It'll give you an insight into Britain and how Britbong does.
I haven't hate breeding, but I have no money.
Milk, what are you doing? I just see you like moving a pen from right to left in your mouth. Are you
He's cigar.
Practicing for later.
I chew on my fingers. I chew on pens, paper clips.
I mean, you're passing it back and forth. It's like, is this your tongue practice? Or you're trying to get like the head a little bit better there? What's going on?
It's all about
Milk has a serious oral fixation, and he's trying to get ready for Snoo to come over.
I was gonna say Milk is just practicing for when Snoo comes around. It's fine. Don't kick shame.
See, okay, no.
It's actually my turn to go and see him. So
Milk, if you're practicing for that, I have one piece of advice: not as much teeth, okay, honey? Less teeth.
Yeah, that was the complaint on the first time, but we'll work on that one.
I mean, a nibble on the foreskin apparently is nice to some guys, but you got to ask that first, okay, honey? You got to ask.
You got to really use the lips. The lips are the best thing.
Well, Priest is the master about this. He would know.
No, the master is a tiny Asian kid by the name of Liger, who I'm friends with, who could drain a full shot out of the dog dick I own. That I actually, I measured it. He could kill that shit in 5.6 seconds.
It's true. My record is 8.2.
Nice.
He sucks dick better than any female I've ever laid eyes on, and he is not a gay man. So there you go.
Can you give me his number?
Hell yeah.
He's not 20. He's not. Yeah, he's not even 21 yet. So just give him some. Give him time. Let him.
No, he's 21. Everyone's 21 on the Barcast.
Oh dear. Oh,
but about
tonight.
When does Guts get off the boat? Never. The boat is forever, Skirt. You cannot get off. And there's a horse stowed away in the fucking lower decks. Don't ask questions about the horse.
And the whole thing is driven by this really thin fellow. He's called Mr. Booney or something like that.
Mr. Bones? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy, yeah.
Fuck.
It's a wild ride. Just don't even worry.
Just sit back, relax, let it take you where it will. Don't fight it. You can't fight it.
And no masturbating on it because no one gets off on Mr. Bones Wild Ride.
Nobody gets off on Mr. Nobody gets off on Mr. Bones Wild Ride.
No, last hour. So
reasons why I love Pencil.
Also, I should probably mention, since we're discussing the idea of people being drunk, it was my wife's birthday today.
Hey!
Your wife! Holy shit!
Dude.
Yeah.
Arch, who I should mention, Arch met through fucking fan fiction.
Yes!
Shit. No, seriously?
Yeah. So. Arch was a fucking, was it Simpsons? It was Simpsons fan fiction.
Simpsons and Futurama. I had a website that was Simpsons and Futurama fan fiction stuff. It's still technically around, it's just kind of dead.
Rip.
There's like 5 people on it. We message one another. It's great.
But yeah, he fucking wrote fan fiction, and he met his biggest fan, and it turned out she was a hot Swedish chick, and it was like, oh, okay.
Brilliant. It's like the dream gone true. And the only reason she got in contact
living the fanfic dream.
The only reason she got in contact with him is because she couldn't find the second half of a fanfic I've written, so she wrote to me and said, "Where is it?" It's like, "Oh, here it is." And it just went downhill from there.
That's wonderful.
Like when I met Pencil, it was at a BabsCon, and we ended up getting into a hotel room, and we started reading A Sea of Troubles as a live narration.
Don't read that.
Oh dear.
And I was just like, holy shit, Pencil has the best sense of humor ever.
Vomiting ponies, right up my alley.
No, it was rape. Not even the fun.
You're back, Kelly.
It was. It's rape. It's just, and the thing is, and then I aggressively, predatorily pursued him at this con, and he didn't get it. I kissed him on the mouth, and he didn't get it.
Priest.
And so then I had to literally grab him by the front of his shirt and drag him. I'm not joking. You can ask him. I physically dragged the man to a private area, kissed him aggressively, then walked away, and it was just like, does he get it this time? And I turned around and see him fall against a wall and fall over. I'm like, yes, he gets it.
No, what never happens is that
Priest. Get good.
What makes it even worse is that the reason why I didn't get it is I was sitting here this whole time like, I don't deserve someone as pretty as this.
Oh.
Stop that. You stop that right fucking now.
Oh, you know what?
All this excuses of talking.
The brakes on this fucking goes downhill.
That's enough of that.